Hey everyone, I am Jessica from Willow's Wisdom, and I'm here to do a collective message. So like the videos, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe. So what I heard was be careful with who is guiding you. Like, I feel this in the spiritual sense, like spiritual guidance, and I also feel it in a literal sense from the people that you know and have grown up around, or friends and family and stuff, because not everybody has your best interest at heart, for one, or they don't understand the situation because they've never been in it. So their advice would either be biased or just from their own personal perspective on a situation, whether it's right or wrong. Do you know what I mean? That's coming from like a living person standpoint. So just be careful with just doing what people say. It's good to stand out and take shit into consideration, because knowledge is power was the other thing I heard. And when it comes to spiritual guidance and messages, make sure you're being guided by the right sources, because there are some trickster spiritual energies around as well. It's not always all love and light. So just know where the guidance is coming from, and you'll kind of have a generalized idea. My light flashed. You'll have a generalized idea if it's good or bad based off from how you feel about it, or what direction you're being led in. You know what I mean? Like, if it's like, oh, it's okay to party and all that, which, it is every now and again, but if you're constantly being led down that path, it's not proper guidance. That's just an example. I'm not saying that's happening. So pay attention to what is coming up as guidance and who it's coming from, if it's a living person, or where it's coming from if it's not. Okay, so I guess just be aware. Becoming braver. Resilience, experience. You'll learn this through experience, especially if we're talking spiritually speaking. Growing stronger, fresh perspective. Someone's gaining a new perspective on a situation, and it could pertain to some type of advice or guidance that they've received. Like, oh, now I know why so-and-so said that, or I don't know, something's making more sense, whether it's for a good reason or a bad reason. There's an understanding coming up. It's okay to speak up is what I heard as well. So there could be a situation going on where you need to speak up, or you want to, and maybe you were kind of afraid of it before. I feel like a lot of you either have taken this chance, or you are, or you already have, because that's what I was going to say, which is the same fucking thing. Authenticity. It's like being your authentic self, telling the truth, giving good advice, guidance to those you love and care about, to whoever's around you, but not fully feeling seen. I feel like the truth is evading a situation or people, but it's right out there in the open. I don't know if this is massive or if it's just an individual thing, but it's making me think of like when the truth is right in front of your face, with the media and crap, when we're talking about a public figure of some kind, and it's like, it's blatantly obvious that blah, blah, blah is going on. But why are we looking over here? Or why aren't we looking at the truth? Because the truth is just like floating through a situation, but it's not being seen as the truth. That might be being brought up. Because I feel like I took a stand. I bravely stood up against so-and-so or whoever, whatever, and said what I needed to say. I told the truth, even though it was scary. Even if no one ever believed me, even if people didn't believe me, wouldn't believe me, even if people couldn't see the truth, I still spoke it. That's what this feels like. And if you haven't spoke that truth yet, I feel like some of you are gearing up to do so. Like, whether I'm seen or not, whether this is brought to people's attention fully or not, I'm not going to stand silent. I'm not going to stand back and allow blah, blah, blah to unfold or happen. The truth is coming out, but it's been around the whole time. That's what I want to say with that. Actually, I want one of these. Spirit's been around the whole time too. We have home and transmute. Transmuting energies within someone's home or home situation or around those that you love and care about. The truth will set you free. The truth of a situation is coming out, and it could pertain to somebody's home situation or relationship. But transmute is all about changing energies around, turning something bad into something good, vice versa, what have you. But I feel like there's a turnaround in a home situation because someone's speaking up about whatever the hell's going on here. Jealousy's at the bottom. Someone might be jealous that you know things, spiritual things. For some of you, yeah, somebody's upset about something you are aware of, something you know. And you know what it's drawing me back to? I'm not saying this is the problem or anything like that. It's just, it's making me think of how people think sometimes. Like they can look at something that's not really problematic as being such, because either they don't understand it or it freaks them out, you know, whatever it is. It pertains to knowledge and knowing things that maybe you shouldn't know, or how do you know, that type of stuff. Because I think it was yesterday, I was sitting across the counter from somebody, and I'm just like, I can go get you a drink if you want one. And that person was like, get out of my head, like seriously, because he was just about to say it, and he was thinking about it, and I just came out and said it, and he's like, I'm gonna wear a tinfoil fucking hat around you because I gotta get you out of my head, is what he said, because that's not the first time I've done that. And it could be something as simple, minor as that, or something more major that you're aware of. But somebody doesn't like the fact that you know things, either about them or just the situation. Because there's something that someone just can't hide. And it's not always bad stuff. It's just when you're knowledgeable and you have those insights, especially spiritually speaking, it not only freaks people out, like I said, it almost feels like a violation of privacy to some people, and in a way it kind of is. But if they're hiding things that they shouldn't be, keeping from you or whatever, then it's good to know. Because there's a lot of things I know that I don't say, and there's a lot of you out there that do the same thing. Like, you might go, okay, I know what's going on here, but I'm just gonna not say a fucking thing because it's not really worth it in the moment, or it's not gonna change the situation, or no good will come from it. It's just good for you to be aware of, that happens a lot. I don't know, there's something's changing in somebody's home situation. Maybe you need to be brave in order to make these changes. Yeah, the facade is going away. So if there's an illusion here where someone's acting like everything's hunky-dory, fine, it's working out, we're a happy fucking family, or whatever it is pertaining to, that facade is going away. Because the truth has already been revealed. It's been hanging around the situation the whole time. And I feel like either you or someone in the situation is going to grow a backbone and take a stand and speak up about whatever's going on here so that it can be changed around. So when you bring things up that like, oh, I found out this from so-and-so, or I saw it with my own eyes, or spirit told me, however the hell it comes in, if you bring that information to the surface, is not meant to scare, hurt, harm, cause problems, whatever. It's meant to help change a bad situation around, to transmute the energies, to turn something unhealthy into something healthy. That's what it feels like. It's like in order for this to work, there needs to be changes. So someone's home situation could be changing around, whether you're relocating or it's just the environment. Because you're noticing where the problems are within your own situation. The past returns for a time, but we're putting that back. I don't know. Anything from the past at this time, I just don't feel like anyone should deal with. especially if this reading is going to make sense to you, the past should just fucking stay in the past. But there's something from the past that's resurfacing. It's not necessarily a person either. It's okay to, you know, bring up past experiences and things, because that could be happening in order to make these changes so something doesn't reoccur or continue. But if anyone from the past that you don't speak to anymore resurfaces, I would err on the side of caution with them. Love is strange. Love is strange. I just heard I don't know why this is happening. With the whole Love is Strange card, that's what I was touching. I don't know why any of this is happening. So something's gone on or is going on, could be coming up depending on your timeline, where you're just going to be like, I don't know why any of this is happening. I don't know why so-and-so's saying this, doing this, why this shit's going on around me. Invasion, boundaries, violated, dominance. Somebody's trying to pop your bubble. They're invading your space energetically, especially. Because you're unique. Because you're unique and they can, is what I heard. A wonderful idea, the aha moment. You're figuring something out that has already gone on or is happening. Yeah, somebody crossed the line with you, but it feels like in an energetic sense. I mean, they could have crossed the line in other ways too with shit they're saying, but this feels like, I don't know, it almost feels like I have an idea where I can get to you in a certain way, but nobody will know. And I feel like you might be combating those energies. Maybe you didn't always. You didn't know where the fuck it was coming from, but now you do. Yeah, somebody's trying to cross the line with you because they had some type of idea. This has happened over time. It's happened more than once. That's what I want to say. I'll leave those like that. Love is strange. Give me one on the confession. Somebody might want to confess something that they did, why things were happening. Yeah, somebody wants to come clean about something. Because they were only seeing half of a situation. They weren't seeing the whole picture. I almost feel like somebody wants to come forward with the truth, with whatever's you've been blind to or what's been shielded from you. Because it's like an unveiling. That's what it feels like. It could be something that you've always known. You just kept to yourself or wondered about. But yeah, somebody's hiding something. I don't know if they know that you know, especially if we're talking energetically, spiritually and stuff, intuitively. But regardless, somebody wants to come clean. In order for this whole situation to turn around for the better, no matter what the outcome is, someone does need to come clean, is what it looks like. I want one of these for confessions and strange love. Baby, you let yourself get hurt. Okay. There's a level of disappointment here. You let yourself get hurt. What is that about? It's making me think of when you already know what to expect from a person. Like, say you're dealing with a past person, someone, an ex or something, and you already know what's going to unfold there, or even if you don't know the future, you know the patterns and what happened between you and that person in the past. So if you choose to reinvest with them, start over, you're only hurting yourself when, you know, shit comes out or goes awry. Basically, it's making me think of something like that, and it could be with a friendship or family member, when you just know how that every time you connect with them, the same fucking shit happens, even if it's different circumstances, different words, you know, whatever, it's all the same. It's almost like just keep going back to the same fucking thing over and over, knowing that you're gonna fucking get hurt. Like, you let yourself get hurt by reinvesting in the wrong people, basically, or someone in the situation did. Which, I don't know, for some reason I feel like, for the most part, the viewer isn't doing that. But there's wishful thinking here. And someone probably did try to cross the line with you because they want something so bad, or they want you so bad. Or they will cross the line if you let them in. You're blocking your goddamn blessings probably by this situation, or if you allow them around you, or what the fuck? Yeah. Your blessings are being blocked because of someone from the past that you let back in, or that you will let back in. Well, this is a warning saying, if you do, this is what's going to happen. Invading privacy. That's what I was talking about with telepathic communication and shit. Someone feels like you're invading their privacy that way, but I feel like they're invading yours physically, which is probably why you're tapped into whatever the hell they're doing, if that applies to you. This has stalking written all over it. Something has to change here. I feel like it is changing, because your perspective is changing. Someone definitely needs to fucking apologize. They don't want to own up to whatever this is. They don't want to own up to the truth of the matter. They're acting like a little bitch right now, apparently. Give me more on invading privacy. Because if you're intuitive, I don't feel like you're purposefully doing that with anyone. If it comes up, it's for your best interest, basically. It's something you need to know or be aware of, or it's to help, you know, make you feel more comfortable with the information that you do receive, so you understand it when it's important to you. But I feel like if you are literally in somebody else's energy a lot, whether they're around you all the time or not, it's because they're in yours. They're invading your space, so you're invading theirs. But I don't feel like you're doing it intentionally. I feel like Spirit's invading their space. Like, all right, you want to do things that you're not supposed to be doing? You want to be nosy, sneaky, whatever? You want to know certain things about the viewer, about the collective? Great. Now they're going to know things about you that they don't even want to fucking know. They're just going to know. There's confusion here. Someone's trying to figure something out, which is why they're probably paying attention to you. There are some dreams here that are significant, but this, somebody's creating confusion for someone, like counteracting what's really going on. Which is why I was saying, with authenticity and invisibility, it's like the truth is just already out there. It's like right there. You already know whatever to be true, or someone's showing their true colors, or the situation is just like, hey, there's no other way to explain it. But for some reason, there's this glamour in here. There's this confusion because of other information, or contradicting information. Somebody was invading your privacy, invading your space to confuse you, basically. But I feel like you could be being confused by messages, basically, by not just by what somebody's showing you and saying, but by what you're sensing and feeling as well. And it's because it feels like it's, okay, what I'm sensing and feeling, dreaming about, whatever's coming through to me is telling me this, is probably telling the truth, you know? Because why would you lie to yourself? Why would Spirit come in and be like, hey, there are trickster, you know, energies out there, but this doesn't feel like that when it comes to spiritual tricksters and shit. It feels, unless somebody invokes somebody like that who's there to fuck your head up, you know? But regardless, it feels like what this person's doing and saying contradicts everything you know to be true, because that's the illusion. Someone's trying too hard, and you're gonna see a crack in their mask, basically, in the situation where it's like, oh, there's a slip up. It's gonna get you thinking, basically. We have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, someone's dealing with depression. But I feel like if this person or people or energy, it's a person or people, is blocking your blessings, it's going to upset you when you find out the truth, because someone has something to say. It's because they didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do, and they were stressing in their own life, so they're paying attention to you. It's almost like when someone stresses out and goes, I don't know what to do. I don't know which direction to go in. I'm not ready for this change. I'm not ready for whatever to happen. I'm not ready for you to go, to leave my life. So I'm going to make sure you don't until I'm ready. Like that's what this feels like. And they probably were invading your privacy, trying to figure out your plans. You know, like, what do you got going on? I need to know if you're dating anyone, if you're interested, if you're talking to them. You know, how are you moving on? What's going on for you? Are you good enough to be without me or to push me away? That's what that feels like. And that could be within somebody's home situation. It's because they're upset and they're in their feels and they don't have much going on for them. But I do feel like this will be upsetting to someone, because you're going to see just how much this person has been blocking you, and not just energetically. Like, they've been blocking you in many ways. It's going to backfire because there is forward movement here. And you are protected. But I feel like Spirit's saying stand your ground. You know, be firm, be brave in this situation when this comes to light. Firm action is going to need to be taken. The Chariot, which is about forward movement as well. Staying stuck is only causing problems, what it feels like. Because in that card, it's kind of like, which way do I go? What's right? What's wrong here? Well, what do you feel? So basically, Spirit's saying, if you do get upset over this, when you find it out, it's because you allowed it, basically. Even if it was, quote-unquote, unknowingly. Yeah, somebody allowed this to happen. It's like turning a blind eye, because I chose not to see, because I didn't want to deal with it, kind of thing. I'm not saying that's you, the viewer, that did that or feels that way. It could even pertain to a lover, like a love interest, choosing not to see that path, you know? I don't know, it's choosing to stay stuck. It's like, oh, I shouldn't go to the past because nothing good happened there. You know, I don't want to relive history. But the future, even though I know this is the right choice, the right person, whatever, it's kind of like, I don't know if I'm really ready for that. So I'm going to stay stuck, which is only hurting themselves, whoever's doing that. Yeah, somebody couldn't make up their mind, but it's time to make up your mind. I just heard stop trying so hard. So I don't know who's trying so hard to do whatever, or to convince somebody of this, that, or whatever. Because this is letting go. It's just like, okay, before I had all this on my plate and I don't know what to do. I don't know what direction to go in. This, this, that, and everything. And now it's like, just, I don't care anymore. And I don't feel like that it's someone saying that they don't care about you or another person. It's, I'm not toying with this anymore. It's just, it is what it is. I'm letting it go. You let someone go. You let a situation go because it just was too taxing. It's what it feels like. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I heard just let it go already. Someone's holding on to something. 3 of Cups. It's time to let go and celebrate, just saying, but it's like a coming together. We're working together. Okay. I'm letting go of this. Now I want to work with you. We're working together. So there's people that are working together in a situation. I don't know if it's for good or evil, just saying. High Priestess. We're working together. Now it feels like we're working together to help you. Don't worry about this. We're coming together. We're taking charge and working together to help you. That sounds spiritual. That don't sound like people. Is to help you take charge in a situation, which is probably where this knowledge is coming in. This information, this spiritual information. Spirits working together to help you figure something out, to help you see clearly so you can make the best choices for yourself. Yeah, to help you see a problem. A problem actually helped you. Okay, so there's a problem that was around, a situation that went for you, and it actually helped you. Okay. I don't know how it helped you, but it must have. It helped you understand something better. Provided more knowledge for you, the Queen of Swords. I just saw the Queen of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It provided you with the truth. It's almost like whatever this help is, it's helping you see who is honest and who isn't, you know, who's bullshitting you and who's not, because you've learned how to fully trust yourself. Your bullshit meter is like, I'm not listening to this. I know what's fact and fiction. That's what this feels like. Because there's some fuckery in here where someone could have been messing with your head, your mind, you know, causing problems. And you're turning that bad energy into something good. So it's like, I know the truth. There ain't nothing you could do or say to prove otherwise, you know, because the truth is always the truth. It never fucking changes. And that might be what you're seeing, but I don't know, there's some type of problem that was around somebody. It could have just been what people were saying, someone specific, what they were doing. You know, it's fuck around and find out energy. And I feel like whoever was fucking around, you found out, whether we're talking about cheating or not, just, you know, being a jackass, doing stupid shit, messing around. You're aware of whatever they were doing. It was brought to your attention because of their antics. So something was brought to your attention because of what was going on. But I kind of feel like whatever this problem is, it actually helped you, because it probably saved you from heartache. Because you know you're not going to deal with this person or these people, this situation. You're not going to repeat history, go backwards, or any of that, because regardless of what someone says to you, if you feel it to be true and know it to be true, and it just keeps showing up over and over and over, and it's like, okay, it always feels the same, it always is the same. I know the truth. There's nothing you could say or do to change my mind, and I'm not going to hurt myself or keep hurting myself. I'm not going to let you block my blessings. You can look and watch and listen and do whatever you want, but that's not going to change anything. That's what this feels like. Eight of Swords. Somebody might be worried about that. They could have been invoking fear or stress. Some of you could have been stressed about this situation, or that was the point. That was the point, was to get you to go, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Everything's coming in all at once. This is so confusing. You're saying this, you're doing this, and it's matching up, and oh my God, I'm so... Multiple people are involved in whatever this is, but I feel like that's the intention. I don't feel like you're very worried about this because you know the truth. And if you don't right now, it will be known to you. I just don't feel like you're in that stressed out energy. You know what this is making me think of is when people cause problems for whoever. And it's like one bullshit thing after another, and it's just like shit piling on your plate. But it's coming from people. It's not like life bullshit that happens, normal routine shit, you know. But you got that in there too. So all this this person's bullshit's being piled on you, or these people's bullshit, and it's just like, now I'm stressed out. It feels like somebody doing something like that on purpose, because if the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you're in the Eight of Swords energy, stressing out, worrying, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about money, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this, how am I gonna fix blah blah blah, whatever. If you're in that energy, you're not going to focus on doing readings if that's what you do. You're not going to focus on your intuition. You're not going to focus on the positive things in life, the positive aspects of life, even your own career path or a specific project that you're working on. No matter what it is, you will be drawn away from that because you have to deal with this fuckery, with this confusion, with this energy, with these people. And that's right where somebody wanted you, or that's where they want you. I want to say wanted. Maybe they still want that, but I don't think they can achieve it. Because if that's going on for someone, and you're in that positive energy, and you're just trusting it within yourself, the universe, you have faith, you know that everything's going to work out, that little shit, the other people's problems and nuisances don't weigh you down. They just don't. They don't bother you. It might have once upon a time. But there's growth here because through experience, you gain knowledge on different things. I don't know. You found something out. And it's bringing in a level of peace where this type of shit won't affect you. There really isn't much that someone could do to rain on your parade, and if they do rain, you'll just be like, oh, I've been waiting for the water to come. Oh, yay. Thank you. I don't know. Whatever this is going to be returned to sender. You give it right back. And if you think about it, if someone wants you to be stressed out and worried and confused, and you're not, that's going to do that to them. So it's like, you get what you give. Somebody is getting karma, basically, for their antics, no matter what they were doing. I don't know, for some reason I want to say, like, for example, say somebody tries to isolate you from friends, family, whatever, so that you're all alone. You don't have anyone to talk to, confide in, nothing. That happens a lot with narcissistic people, but anyways, say that someone does that to you, because they're spreading gossip, rumors, hate, and all that shit, and no one wants to deal with you for whatever reason. And you are alone, and you go through that, and you're like, well, I rediscovered myself. And I realized that the people that left my side aren't really by my side. They weren't there for me. They're not people I want in my home. I don't, like, home is where the heart is. My heart ain't with them because, you know, the people who truly care and love me wouldn't do that. They wouldn't listen. They would come to me and find out the truth, and they would be there through thick and thin, but these people aren't. They're just acquaintances, seasonal people. So you come to that acceptance. So whatever that person was doing to isolate you didn't work, because ultimately all it did was help you heal and realize a few things. It's like, thank you for cleaning house. It's like, these are the people that I wanted to get out of my life that I didn't know I needed to get out of my life. Do you know what I mean? Like, you never would have said goodbye otherwise. So a problem actually helped you. But whatever you do always comes back to you. So whoever did that, as an example, is going to experience that themselves. And they might not heal from that. They might get sad and sit in their feelings and not know what to do, which is what they wanted for you. Gotta be careful with what you put out in the world. Yeah, someone's getting ready to be left out. Not just in your life, they're gonna be left out. Okay, this is kind of weird, but it happens. There's someone who was in that high priestess energy. I don't know if this person, he or she, was a reader or, you know, whatever they do, and with that intuitive energy, their gifts are being taken from them. Somebody abused their privileges, basically. Oh, I wonder if that's why I heard that. I can't remember when it was. Randomly, out of nowhere. I don't even know. I heard, I think I said it in a reading, actually, where it was, what was it? It's all gonna stop soon. And you could pertain that to a problem, you know, being wiped out, kiboshed, whatever. And I feel like the whatever problems are going on are going away anyways, because you're pretty much untouchable. But if you think about it, with what I just said, with that high priestess person, whoever was doing something not so great, with the worst of intentions, it's just going to go quiet. Their abilities are going to not be there anymore because they abuse that privilege. Because they were invading your privacy. Someone, a practitioner, broke universal law. They went against the free will of another. Even if they didn't get the right information, even if they were just confused as fuck with whatever was coming out, because I feel like, you know, spirit can be tricky. Be careful who you listen to. Spirit can be fucking tricky, just saying. That's why I said that in the beginning. Someone was trying to read about another person without their permission, look into them in some sort of way, with cards or otherwise. Scrying could be in here, like scrying, mirror, using water, whatever. It's divination. Someone was looking into another person in that way, and they were getting information, but it wasn't right. All it did was invoke confusion because the truth was hidden. The truth was being hidden from this bitch or motherfucker, one or the other, male, female. Doesn't matter. But they thought that they were getting the right information. Spirit's tricky like that. Like I said, be careful who you allow to guide you. Where's this guidance coming from? Because sometimes it's not of the light, it's of the dark. But sometimes the dark works with the light, just saying. Just depends on your intentions. Yeah, someone was tricked. So whatever they thought they knew to be true about you ain't fucking true. And it just invoked a bunch of confusion, ultimately. But they're not going to be able to access anything anymore. Access denied. Because they abused their privilege. If they would have asked your permission, you probably would have told them outright without them reading into your life. But regardless, if they would have asked your permission and did whatever they did the right way, this wouldn't be happening to them. And guess what? The veil is thinning. We're in October. So that's when spirit can come in and really fuck your day up if they want to. I'm not saying that that's always what happens, but I keep wanting to reiterate, not every energy is positive. It's not always good. There's a balance, and this is why. Because if you think about it, you can't have good without evil, for one. But bad people do need to be punished in order to learn. Whether it's when they pass away and they go wherever they go, whatever judgment day is there, or when they're alive. That's why karma happens. Things like that. Lessons need to be learned. And you don't always learn the most or in the best way when you do gentle parenting, and spirit does gentle parenting to us too, you know, or parenting, and it's not always gentle. Do you know what I mean? Because I guess we could just use God and Satan as an example. Some people might feel the devil's wrath because that's what they called upon, that's what they asked for with whatever they were doing. And you can take that with any name in any form. It's just the negative side of the coin. Someone's being punished ultimately, and it's not by another person. It's their own undoing. They are their own undoing. They're not gonna know where. You know what's making me think of is when somebody fucks up so much, no matter in whatever way, and the only person who can help them is the one they fucked over, which means they're not gonna get the help from that person. And it's like, isn't that kind of ironic? Don't you think? Love you guys. Peace.